Hello, this is Monkey Rita here from the Conscious Wealth Summit, and this is our second bonus interview for you, which is going to be fantastic for getting the skills that you need and a really, really valuable, powerful tool that you need to be able to market your services and your business to the rest of the world. And Donna Hamer is a successful businesswoman, trainer, mentor, and much sought-after digital media marketing specialist. She teaches small business owners and entrepreneurs how to use digital media to build their profile, build their brand, raise their profile, and become the trusted expert in their industry. Donna has combined her love of digital media, her background in training and development to help business owners grow their customer base through the use of Facebook marketing and online competitions. She has created the contest app for Facebook, plus 2 bestsellers on Amazon for Facebook marketing, walks the talk, and loves what she does. Today, she's going to share with us more about using Google Hangouts to create quick and simple videos for your business. Welcome, Donna. Hello.
Hello, Margarita. How are you today?
I am awesome. You're looking particularly lovely today, gorgeous.
Well, I was thinking we match. We both got pink on today.
We have. Very synchronized.
Indeed,
So,
indeed.
tell us a little bit about your background and how you came to be a digital media marketing specialist. Ugh, I'm slurring my words today.
It's a bit of a mouthful, really, isn't it? About 10 years ago, I actually started online, and I worked for a company, and we did domain names and hosting, and it really got me into loving this industry. And from there, I realised that I really didn't want to go back and work in an office, that I wanted to be able to have the freedom to work from home, to raise my children, to be here before and after school. And I think you know, and I think you'll agree with me, that once you're online, you get hooked and you just can't give it up. So I turned into some crazy marketer, and I created something like 30 different ebooks. It was 101 this and 101 that. I put those all online. I thought I was going to become an overnight millionaire. I think I paid Google a lot of money, because in those days you had to pay Google AdWords to get anything seen. That didn't really work. I then moved into doing blogging with WordPress, and in fact the very first course that I created was all about Google and using Blogger. And it was funny, it was like 45 modules or something, and I look back now and think, God, I was crazy. Who was ever going to go through that much content? But it did sell, and I had a good time doing it. But once they brought out WordPress, I fell in love with WordPress, and I became an avid user of using that. So I've just sort of slowly developed my skills over 10 years. When I see tools such as the one we're going to talk about today, I just grab them and run with them, because I think they're just such a great way to utilize the tools that often companies like Google provide free for us, that we can use for our business.
Well, that's right, and I mean, a lot of people don't actually realize that there are some incredibly powerful tools out there that we can use to that are either they don't cost very much, or they're actually free, and that we can reach a really wide audience and develop. What I love about what we're going to talk about today is the ability to build a real relationship with your target audience. So just tell us briefly what sort of things you're going to cover today.
Well, I'm going to talk about Google Hangouts. So for those people who are on this call that don't know what a Google Hangout is, it's actually what you and I are on now. And it's a tool that's been provided. It's like a video chat tool, basically, that Google provides free. But we're going to use it, or I'm going to talk about ways that you can use it within your business, and, you know, just different things that you can be doing. And the thing that I love about it is it's quick, simple, and easy, although you might disagree some days. But it is very quick and simple to use. And, you know, look, with everything, there is times that we have technical glitches. Fingers crossed it's going to go well today. But it's just a great tool that's out there, and it's something that we all need to put into our toolbox, or know how to use and put in our toolbox for marketing to help promote our business.
Well, all technology sometimes has glitches, and sometimes the glitches are actually the person using the technology, not the technology itself. which I have encountered over the last couple of weeks. But the technology itself, and this Google Hangouts, I want to say, because I've used a lot of the different technologies myself to run webinars and all that kind of thing, and I have found Google Hangouts to be one of the most reliable platforms there is.
Well, you know, I know people say, listen, I don't have a great internet access or this or that, but I mean, if you don't have a great internet access to do a Google Hangout, you don't have a great internet access to run, say, a GoToWebinar or whatever. So, you know, the thing with GoToWebinars and all those other platforms out there, you've actually got to go through and record them. Then you've got to go and edit them. Then you've got to go through and digitalize them again, and then you've got to upload them to YouTube. So there's so many steps. So a 1 hour recording like we're doing here would take 2 to 3 hours just to get it back onto your website, whereas when you basically hang up from here, yes, there's a little bit of render time, but you can have it up and live. I mean, it's live now. People are watching us live now, but you can also have that back up to your website within minutes virtually for people to go and see. And I think that's just one of the fantastic things about this tool.
Absolutely, and there's all sorts of different technologies that have been created now around Google Hangouts. So Google Hangouts bought out this platform 2 years ago now. I remember it vividly because when I first ran the Conscious Wealth Summit in 2012, they had only just actually created the ability to take a Google Hangout and broadcast it across the entire network. Now, I was looking for, at the time, I was looking for a platform that I didn't have to mortgage my house for to get a couple of thousand people on the line all at once. And things like, as you said, GoToWebinar and several other different platforms really were going to charge me a fortune. And utilizing, this is free, and because it uses the YouTube, the YouTube platform, you can have an infinite audience. You could broadcast to 6.5 billion people if you could get them all online.
Indeed. And one of the other things that people don't realise, and I kind of think it's like a secret ninja tool, is that you can create little videos, and I will talk about that shortly, but by putting in good keywords and things like that, it helps to get you ranked in the search engine. So there's loads and loads of strategies that you can be doing with Hangouts that a lot of people don't even think. And of course, one of my favourite things is that I love it because you can virtually repurpose it for so many different things and utilise it for so many different strategies within your business. So, you know, it's a tool that is definitely underutilised at this point. And you know, I think as it grows and people's knowledge of how to use it grows, you're going to see more and more people embracing it.
Oh, absolutely. It's one of those technologies that's here to stay. And of course, as you said, Google, as far as Google searches are concerned, because Google owns and has developed Hangouts, of course, it favours its own technology over everybody else's technology. So, and it owns YouTube now as well. So it's going to put all that stuff first before anything else on its search engine.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, you know, you can see, and hopefully we'll be able to do a little demonstration today of some of the fun things that you can do in Hangouts, which I haven't even really talked about, and I haven't seen you using over the last, is it 9 days the summit's been running, or 2 weeks?
Oh, no, it's more than that. It's 2 and a bit weeks. It's been 12 days.
12 days, my goodness. I take my hat off to you. You're a legend, lady. You know, I get up in the morning and I go, I'm going to get my dose of positive inspiration today. And I just think, in fact, this morning I saw my mobile phone go off at 3:30, and I think you were answering a text message at that time. You must have been up getting ready for your first session today or something.
Yes, I was, yes. Sorry about that. I didn't think about that when I just get up and I start to set everything up really, really early because I like to be well prepared just in case there's problems with technology. So, yeah, I get a pretty early jump on it in the mornings. So tell us a little bit about what you want to share with us today about Google Hangouts.
Well, Marguerite, I've actually done a screen presentation here, so we might go over and get that started. And feel free while I'm talking throughout there to ask questions. But look, as much as it's great to see your pretty face and mine, you know, it doesn't always have to be, and this is something I need to stress to people, that a lot of people are scared about being seen, getting behind the camera, like, hello. Sure, I did put a little bit of war paint on and a bit of lipstick on before I got on here, but you don't have to. You can do a screen share. You can share a PowerPoint presentation like I'm about to. You can even run videos within here. So part of the tools or part of the toolbox you get in here, you can actually show somebody else's video that's already been created. So it's got so many versatilities, but we might pop on over, and this will be a challenge in itself because, as you know, I've got a brand new computer here, and it's doing what it feels like doing rather than doing what it's supposed to be doing.
Well,
So
it's doing perfectly at the moment. I can see your presentation, quick and simple videos using Google Hangouts.
Hey, that's fantastic. We're on a roll now. So today I'm just going to share with you how to create quick and simple videos using Google Hangouts. Now, the benefit of these, of course, is that with the Hangouts, you only have to record them once and they're virtually there. Whereas, as we said a few minutes ago, that if we were using a tool like Camtasia or something like that, we'd have to record it once, edit it, and upload it. So it allows you to create quick videos and create them really, really fast. And as I said a few minutes ago, inside a Hangout, you can watch and share a YouTube video. You can share documents and images. You can take a screenshot, or you can do an interview with other people, which is exactly what we're doing here. And of course, it's live and in real time. On my screen here, I've got where Marguerite is doing the live event, and this morning she had an interview with Mary. It was just fantastic, and you can see that over the time, once people have had if they've been on the live call, they are able to ask questions, and then Marguerite put them up to have replays afterwards. Here's just a screenshot of where I was doing some Hangouts. I did a 5-day series, and I
I think your screen isn't changing on the actual Hangout. I had this with somebody the other day. I think they had to hit the down arrows.
Okay,
it's a little. I think it's a little quirk of Hangouts.
Yeah, it shouldn't. Let's go back here. Can you see it now?
I can't see the presentation. Just need to bring the presentation back up.
Can you Can you see it now?
Yes, it's that's it. That's working now. There you go.
So can you see the two screens? Let me minimize down for a minute to see. I'll do it full screen, and we might do it like this. If we're having trouble, we might turn side. Now, this is one of the great things is that I am going to tell you at the end of here, practice before you do your live Hangout. Marguerite sort of hit me up yesterday and said, hey, Donna, would you like to do this? And I said, of course. At that point, not realizing that this is a delightful new Windows 8 computer, and it has a mind of its own, and it has certainly been challenging me today. So here's where I was saying Marguerite's been doing her live events, and of course, it's been a fantastic series. And this is something that anybody can go through and do. Once again, what I've done here is I went through and I did a 5-day series on Facebook contests. Now, for the last 2.5 years, I've been crazy, crazy mad about using Facebook contests as a promotional, as a list building tool for people using Facebook marketing. And what I've also done is I've encouraged all of my clients as well to get out there and do Hangouts and talk about their contests and share about them. But what I did here is I used this as a tool to go through, and day 1 was like how to run a contest. Day 2 was promotional guidelines. So they were just very, very short and quick videos that went for 5 minutes. But of course, I did these for a particular reason, because not only were they going to be shown on YouTube, I could share them on Facebook, I could share them on Twitter, G+, LinkedIn, wherever. I also created articles and used them that way. So I was really repurposing all that content to basically get a footprint all across the actual web. And it's just a great way of doing it. Here I've gone through and I just did a quick search before I got on here. I went to Google and I clicked on videos and I typed in Facebook contests, and you can see here these are 3 of my videos. The first one and the last one are all Hangouts, but the one in between in the middle there was one I created, recorded, and then uploaded. Now, that took me 3 times the amount because I had to go through, record it with Camtasia, edit it, upload it to YouTube, etc., whereas the other ones was bang, 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 done and dusted in a matter of minutes. So I just love the way it's so quick and easy. And, you know, if you look at them in there, I'm wearing the Princess Leia headphones. I like those more because, you know, they're really comfy on my ears. The one I'm using today, they're not designed for people with little ears, but they do look better, I must say.
You look like a pilot.
Woohoo! Well, I think sometimes we could be flying. Let's hope we land safely. So the benefits of using videos in your business is you're going to create trust and likability, and it's an opportunity to create a large footprint over the net. So you're not just putting articles out there. People are actually seeing you, and of course it's your chance to connect face to face. It's going to build brand awareness for your business, and it provides a customer experience. So it's just a different way for people to be able to learn more about you, your business, and, you know, really get to know and like you. For me, it's also a great way to integrate your current marketing strategies. So, you know, you don't always have to be putting out there boring articles. You can do a mix of things. And, you know, with Marguerite, we encouraged her on the summit here to do some quick short videos as well. And, I mean, she does videos. She's the queen of videos, I must say. I go tapping nearly every morning. But, you know, you can create little short videos and you can be sharing them on Facebook. And I know throughout this series you heard about Facebook ads. Create these videos using Hangouts and then take them over to Facebook and run some ads towards them. So, you know, there's so many things you can do, and I just love the fact that they're so quick. Of course, it's going to help you grow your business, but as I said, you can repurpose them all the time. You know, I did those 1 to 5 days, and then I quickly went through and I did an article on my website, and I embedded the video in there as well. Then I typed out something else where I did, I transcribed what I discussed, and then I actually went over to a couple of other platforms and I shared that information out there. So it really gave me that opportunity to be seen in a lot of places.
And you know, the other benefit of this, Donna, is that you haven't listed there, is that doing video and putting video out there positions you as an expert. People are always worried that, oh, you know, I don't know enough, or, you know, or people don't know me. But this is a great way to position yourself as an expert and be known, because there are, oh, there's your copy. Even though there are plenty of YouTube videos, there aren't that many people who are using this technology and using YouTube to position themselves as an expert, and that is a fantastic way to be able to use this technology.
Absolutely. And, you know, look, I think when people get started on it, I remember the first time I was busy laughing, going, oh, I look like a fool, or I don't look like this or look like that, and what if I don't say the right thing? You just got to get over yourself. You've just got to go, hey, it's cool, because, you know, people are really seeing the real you. And I mean, it's as much as we're doing this live, and I spoke seriously to my golden retriever and said, don't bark, don't make a sound. And then, and by the way, he never barks, but he decided that there's some poor little 7-year-old boy walking up the road and he thinks he should bark at him. So I think it shows an authenticity about yourself, that, you know, you're real, and people go, hey, you know, she's just like me, and she's having fun, and if she can do it, I can do it. And, you know, that's where it comes from. And I think, you know, you can attest to that, because in everything that you do all the time, the true Marguerite comes out. You know, you're always smiling, always enjoying what you're doing, and everybody who talks to you is exactly the same.
Oh, thank you. I feel really good now.
Okay, so creating a Hangout versus other videos. Well, one of the things is it's using the webcam, and it either is recording you as the person there, or it can record your screen like we're doing here. If you don't want to use your PC, you can use your mobile phone, you can use your tablet. In fact, you can actually download the Google Hangout app to any of your smart devices. So, you know, you're out and about, or you're at the beach and you want to do a quick hangout and share what you're doing. So if you're considering doing video blogging, you know, it's a fantastic way to just get in. There you are, bang, do a quick video of yourself, done and dusted. If you've set up now, when I say if, I urge you that when you get started on using Hangouts, create your Gmail account and then go through the proper channels. You don't have to have a Gmail account, but you have to have a Google Apps account. So it's just as easy to get Gmail. It's connected then to your G+, connected then to YouTube, and it's all tied in together, and it makes it much, much simpler.
Mm.
It also saves you lots of money because you don't have to pay for things like Camtasia or some of the other tools out there that you would have used in the past for screen capturing. And of course, as I said, I've got this brand new baby here, which I can't stand, Windows 8. But I now need to upgrade all of my software to be able to use to be able to use Windows 8. So my old Camtasia is no longer able to be used on here. So, you know, rather than having to invest in that again, I've got a tool that I could use. And I think probably one of the biggest benefits to me is that it's actually live in real time. So there's no delays, there's no waiting around. We're here now that everybody can see us.
Absolutely.
So as I said, to get started, you simply need a Google Plus account. And it's really, really simple. Just go over to plus.google.com. That way then people can find you. You can create your little brand there. You start to connect with people over there. It's called, or there, when I say there, because you know I'm a little bit of a Facebook junkie. Over here, we follow people and we create circles. I'm not going to get into all of that stuff because, you know, we're not here to do a whole lesson on using G+. But these are some of the things or the terminology that you will get used to over here. And once you've got that up and running, you then come over to your G+ page, and it's as simple as clicking on the little drop down on the left-hand side, which says Home, and you come down to where it says Start a Hangout on Air, and you click that button, and you're only a few clicks away to being where we are now. So, you know, from there, you can come down, you invite people to join us. So exactly what Marguerite's done today, she set up the Hangout, and from there, she invited me to come along, and here we are sharing. And then, of course, from there, one of the biggest things I urge you to do is don't forget to go through and share everything that you create on all your social media platforms. Now,
and you can have up to 9 other people on a Hangout, can't you?
That's correct. So the difference between the two is, here's a picture that I took earlier. Because
frowning.
this is, I was looking very seriously at the screen there going, what am I doing? This is what the interface would look like if you're sitting where we are here. So this is what we see. For everybody else on the other side, you don't see this information up the top or these little buttons down the side. But there's some really great tools in here. This little guy here, which I was going to talk about in a minute, but I'll share now, it's called the Showcase app. This is a new tool that's been introduced here, and in fact you can add in your websites, and people can then, we could click a button and up would pop a website for people to go and buy your products and services. You know, imagine using this tool here. Say, just to throw it out there, I was a business that had dresses, and I was showcasing my dresses, and I wanted people to be able to buy that dress. Bang, I could just put that link there and they can go and buy. So there's lots of fun tools or things that actually comes free of charge within here that can make that experience even more exciting. And in a minute, we'll have a little play with one of those buttons.
Oh, good. Because I actually didn't know. To be honest with you, I mean, I love Hangouts and I love the technology, but I haven't played with a lot of this stuff. So if I had known about that, I could have used that during the Conscious Wealth Summit. Well, there you go. Oh, okay, next time.
Absolutely. And look, you know, it is only a fairly recent addition, but it's got some really cool features that come with it, you know, that more and more they're enhancing this experience to make it better for the users. So just some tips for creating your Hangouts. Practice a few times with friends and family. Don't get on with Windows 8 and go, it's going to be a success today, because you could get caught out. Mute yourself when you're not talking. So if your golden retriever is starting to bark, quickly go and mute yourself so you can cut out all that noise. But you know, I always say to my participants, so in here, we're actually in a live hangout. So normally anybody else who's in this actual room with me, we'll call it the room, I ask them to mute themselves if they're not talking. That way then there's no background noise, there's no sort of chopping over, and it just sort of keeps it nice and steady. I urge you to invest in a good headset with a mic. This one that I'm using here, and if you didn't already know, if you are an iPhone user, this is just the stock standard little guy that comes with iPhone. It's got a built-in mic with it. They're actually quite a good little headset. You know, they do fit in your ears, but when you've got tiny little ears like me, they hurt after a while. And that's why I prefer the Pilot headset. The other thing is check lighting. You know, get a light in front of you, have a look at where you can put natural light in there. And look, lighting is a big thing. It can make your face look incredibly damn sexy, or it can make it look really bad with wrinkles, but don't get bogged down with it. Look, when you first start, I just went, stick the headset on. I don't even use makeup. I just got in there and started talking because, in fact, I think I did the first one in my pajamas because I wanted to show people that, you know, it's okay to do these things. It's okay to show who you are. It's okay to be real, and that, you know, have fun with it was what it was all about. So once you've gone through and you've created that hangout or doing what we're doing here, one of the things that I'm saying this, and you might laugh going, why is Donna telling us that little tip? I know quite a few people who have done Hangouts and didn't know how to finish it. Back on this picture here, when you're finished, you simply click on the little hang up button. That's it. That's how simple and easy it is. You hang up on that. What happens is then it will close down the window and it goes away and it renders in 2 seconds. Well, not 2 seconds because it does depend on how long your actual recording was. But it's virtually live over there on YouTube. Now, some people don't know, actually, when you get over there, you can edit it. So say, for instance, you have a little bit of a hiccup with the start. You can chop out some of that when you're getting started. So you can do some basic editing over in your YouTube channel. I hope one day that they actually bring in where you can upload you know, a little header and a footer type thing to go in your video. It would look better. Nice. Yeah, but that's okay. So, you know,
and actually, the other thing that they did a little while ago is they made you can have a hangout for up to 8 hours now. You can have an 8-hour hangout. Now that's awesome for somebody like me who gets started and then never shuts up. Because I used to do really long healing webinars, and I would get to 4 hours and then they'd cut me off. So 8 hours is just awesome for me. I can talk for forever. Nobody else is there because they've all gone to sleep, well and truly. But at least I'm having fun.
I think I'd have to go and eat something in between that time. So, you know, the thing with Hangouts is I can't stress enough that they are a great tool. I don't think somewhere along the line here, I think I rushed so quickly that we missed. But for people who are out there, coaches like yourself, this is a great tool because you've got 2 options in here. You've actually got the Hangouts on air, what we're doing here now, and that gets recorded, right? And you invite who you want in that chat room. Otherwise, you've got what's just called video Hangouts. And that's very, very similar to using, say, Skype, where people get on and have a video chat. It doesn't actually get recorded, and that's what you've got to remember. But it's a great way if you're a consultant and you want to do just live coaching with your team members or a client, you can just simply use that and do it that way. So, you know, I'm just going to have a look up here. I swore I had worked through and put all these great benefits in here. Here we go. So, you know, not only will you do it for the videos for the website, but, you know, webinars, product demonstration. If you've got a brand new product for your business, get on here, hold it up, show it, pull it apart, stretch it, turn it inside out, show people as much as you can, do a product demonstration. Best thing you can do, if you've got people who have got questions about your products and services, get them in here, invite them in as part of the panel, or set it up now a little bit different to your events that you've been doing. If you actually go to your G Plus page and you set up a hangout that way, people can actually ask chat questions live on your Google Plus page. And with the question and answer, there's actually an app that you can also install which shows inside the Hangout here. And we could see questions that people were asking. So, you know, it gives you the benefit of going through and just, you know, showing what you're doing.
And I just want to say, where you've got videos for website, you know, gone are the days where you have to go to a production company and spend thousands of dollars getting them to produce and edit a really swish video for your website. People don't expect that anymore. They don't actually want it anymore. They want you. They want you raw and real, and they want to get a feel for who you are. A production company, yeah, okay, so they'll get a bit of you, but they'll get all the flash production and they'll get all the rest of it, and you kind of tend to get lost a bit in the production side of it. So this is where it's free, and you don't need anything that's too flash to be able to start having a conversation with your target audience. That's what I love about this technology.
I mean, it's not just that conversation that you're talking about. It's like where you align yourself, as you said earlier, as the expert, because people all of a sudden go, oh my God, they're out there, they're doing it. And I've listened to lots of videos from people, and I get a giggle because I know when they first start. And in fact, I've got a video over here that I quickly created a few minutes ago, or before we started, and I went, because I didn't have any words in front of me. It was just on the fly, but that's okay, because, you know, I'm not trying to impress a multi-million-dollar business. I want to get to real people like us who are successful business owners who are looking at putting themselves out there, looking at creating traffic for their business and creating simple-to-use videos. So, you know, that's what I love about this. And, of course, all these little 7 things that you can do for your business. As I said, that brand new showcase tool is just brilliant. And more and more businesses are going to be embracing that and using that, because they can get on there, do product demonstrations, and then bang, people can click a button and buy directly from there.
And the quicker you get a footprint on this, the more you're going to actually be more prominent in this space, because of course the more people get on here, the more noise and traffic there's going to be. And if you're at the head of the game, man, you are streets ahead of your competitors.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, you know, I just watch what you're doing, and I mean, I will say to people, look, I'm telling you how simple it is to do a Hangout, and it is, but all the extra work that you put in to do your live event, there is a lot more work involved with doing that. But the great thing is that if people want to just get started with one interview, then that's okay. It's not going to be, you know, it's not that difficult. Now, something that has really been big for me is that I'm launching very, very soon a website called Get Seen, Get Social. And part of that is I'm going to run Hangouts like this and interview people. I'm then going to strip the content out of that, and I'm going to turn that into a podcast and upload it into iTunes. So I'm repurposing my content. And I'm also then going to strip that content and reuse it and put it into a digital magazine. So I've been very strategic in looking at how I can use this tool as a platform to enable me to repurpose my content on so many different other ways.
And I think that's another important point, Donna. You need to start with a strategy in mind.
Yeah, I think you and I get a little bit onto the shiny objects from time to time, and we can get lost. But you know, this is a tool that's really captivated me for some time, and you know, I just love what it can do for us. So.
Okay.
So what I'm going to urge people to do is to actually jump in and give it a try. You know, don't panic about using it. Don't have a, you know, if it's not perfect today, that's okay. Use, as I said, there is the 2 different Hangout tools. One is simply called Video Hangouts. That's where you can get your friends in there. Or, interestingly enough, I was just in Vietnam on a holiday, and that many people over there, they were all using Google Hangouts to communicate with their loved ones back here in Australia. I was kind of shocked. You know, I went, why aren't you using Skype? And they said, oh no, Google Hangouts is much more reliable. You know, it's great. got that video thing happening, and I'm missing my kids, and I can see everybody, and they can have fun. And I thought, well, you know, isn't that excellent? Just goes to show. So jump in and give it a try. Go over to Google, create your own Google account. I've shared with you the link earlier. Go through and review a product. Go through and write a product review for the Conscious Summit. You know, talk about what you learn on here. Yes, absolutely. Give a testimonial for somebody. You can see down here on the right, I recently did a session with a chap called Mero Samuel, and he asked me to do a video testimonial. Well, of course, the quickest way to do it was a hangout. I went in there. In 5 minutes, I had completed the video and uploaded it. So, you know, quick and simple. Go through and interview somebody. One of the easiest ways to actually bring money into your business is doing some affiliate marketing. And if you get the opportunity like I have got right here, I could be interviewing Marguerite about the summit and talking to her about people coming in and mailing out to my list and saying, hey, come along. I've met this fantastic lady. This is what she's doing. This is what's happening. And sharing it out there. So you're actually leveraging Marguerite's profile out there online to lift yours as well. So there's so many great things that you can do. And of course, you can have a video chat with friends and, you know, send us a message and we'll have a chat to you and let you know how it's going.
Well, I think, and that's the thing, we've been talking about repurposing content, and, you know, I'm not sure if all of our listeners are familiar with that particular term. And it just means that the more you are across the web, then the more you get seen, the more you're seen as an expert, the more people are able to find you. And the way you repurpose content is you take the video, you take out the audio, and you put that, as you said, up onto iTunes, and then you get it transcribed and you put that up as an article or a blog. And you know, there are various different ways. You can then get it put onto article sites. You can take the video itself and put it up as a video blog. So there's just so many different ways you can repurpose this content. And I was talking to Monty Hook from EasyVR this morning. I interviewed him for the summit, and you don't. The great thing is that you don't necessarily have to do all this yourself. If you're sitting there freaking out, going, "Oh my God, this technology might be easy, but now you're talking about all this other stuff that I have to do. How long is that going to take me?" Well, what you do is you outsource it, and you get somebody. You take the video, then you shoot the video off. They can edit it if you need to, repurpose it, send it across the net, and you can go and have a cup of coffee.
Absolutely. I mean, the first time that I did it, I simply did a video, and then I went, whew, I've done that now. And then I went over to you, had a look, and I went, okay, I should really hit that little share button, because, you know, in YouTube, if you haven't been over there, it's already got the social sharing buttons. Click on those, and it uploads it to Facebook, it uploads it to Twitter, it uploads it to Pinterest. You know, it's all built in. They make it so super simple for you to just use this technology. You don't really have to get bogged down with, oh, I'm not a tech person, this won't work for me.
Yeah, and I love the fact that, you know, look, marketing, it's not an easy game. However, we now have tools right literally at our fingertips that we can use that are, you know, a lot of times they're free, and you can use them to just spread yourself across the net. And if you do it with a strategy, I think that is such an important word. If you have a strategy in your mind and you take that strategy and you just rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, you know, you're not going to be a celebrity overnight. Well, depending. If you've got a cat video, you might. But you know, it's that rinse and repeat, and because it's so easy, if you dedicate yourself to it, then within a very short space of time, you're going to be positioned as an expert. You can charge premium prices for your premium clients, and it will just transform your business. That's what I love about this stuff, and it's so simple.
Look, when I said to you earlier about doing the 5-day video, I simply sat down, got out a piece of paper, and I wrote down, what is 5 things that people ask me about Facebook contests? You know, what apps you can use, what's the promotional guidelines, how do I market it, what prize do I give away, how do I draw the winners. They were the 5 things that I wrote on my piece of paper, and then I simply looked in the screen and I went, you know, day 1 today is da-da-da, done and dusted. The next day I come along, I recorded it, said, hello, welcome back today, we're going to day 2, today we're covering this, and don't forget that yesterday was blah, blah, blah. And I just did that, and I watched. In fact, my website had sort of pivoted down because I was a little bit slack in doing blog posts, and I was only getting around about 100 people a day to my site. After doing that for 5 days, my traffic had increased to 4,000 a day.
Wow.
Now, is that going to happen? Is that going to happen to everybody? Not necessarily, but it was certainly a strategy, and I was testing it to see exactly what was happening and how I could be using that to teach my clients. You know, hey, you're doing this, you're doing a lead up to an event, you're doing a lead up to a product launch, you're doing a lead up to this or that. Test this out, test and measure, then take those over and do this, this, this. And it was a strategy, like we documented it all out, exactly what Monty said. We strategized it all down, and then I was able to outsource some of that. But I am a little bit of a control freak, so lots of things are simple. But I had my little piece of paper, so I'm big into doing procedures, and I tick, 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 that's done, that's done, that's done. You know, and that way then I can record the results, because I wanted to see what was it doing. Was it making a difference? Yes, no, or maybe. Now, I mean, this is all a little bit techy, and it's not certainly what I wanted to be bringing to the table today. I just want people to see how easy this tool is. Get on board and start using it. Now, for some of you, you'll see down the bottom of our screens here, it has our names. That's actually called a lower third. It's a fantastic tool where you're going through and you're showcasing yourself and you're talking to other people. It's provided free with Hangouts. It's called the Toolbox. And you can actually go through there and you know, you can put in your domain name, your website name, a product, anything that you like. And in fact, you can change it throughout the actual presentation and put other things on there. But that's just one of the great ways that they enable you to brand yourself. And of course, Marguerite, should we go over there and just have a play with a little tool for a minute and maybe become princesses or something?
Yeah,
like that?
absolutely. And while we're doing that, I also wanted to say to people that you don't have to do hugely long 45-minute to an hour videos. In actual fact, if you're doing short 90-second to 3-minute videos, they're actually going to be probably even more effective because more people will watch them if they're only 3 minutes. Oh, you wish. You wish.
So what I've turned on here is what's called effects. And look, you know, obviously if you're doing a serious video, which we are doing a serious video here, but if you're doing, you know, a little bit more serious video, you wouldn't probably go through and do these. But in these little effects here, you know, you can be having some fun, and that's what I love about it. It just gives you the opportunity to I love that. It's very cute. Gives you the opportunity to bring some things to, you know, just to your hangout that you're doing to make people have fun and enjoy it. The whole concept behind here was that Hangouts or Google wanted people to be enjoying this experience and making it fun. And what I plan to do is, because I do know there's a little bit of a learning curve, I'm actually even going to step out there and I'm going to invite people on your call that if they would like to learn more about Hangouts, that they can come and join me, where I'm going to go through and do some actual videos for them and a live Hangout. And the first 5 people that actually go through and register, they can come into the room like we're doing here, and they can have a play, and I'm going to show them exactly everything that we've done and used in here and how they can use that in their business as well. So
I know you love me, Donna, but that's very distracting.
Would you prefer this?
Yeah, that's probably more appropriate.
All
right, so hey, this showcase app, I'm probably going to ruin everything
Yes,
now.
that's the.
Can I put?
You,
No. How do I use that? Because I want to show people a link. Should I just show people the link instead of screwing around?
At this current point, it's deciding that it's not allowing us to add something in there at this very moment, so we can't actually demonstrate it live. But what would normally happen is so one of the new features that they had in here is when you go and set up your Hangout, you actually click to turn it on, and I think depending upon the setup of it, that could be the issue. But even for me, are you getting it on the right-hand side? Because for me, it's blanked out, but you are the actual owner of this Hangout.
Well, it brings up the right-hand side, but it doesn't allow me to do anything. So it's like grayed out. Yeah. It won't let me actually do anything. So what I'll do is I will actually do what I've been doing for the entire summit, and I will just share my screen and show people where they can go to get access to Donna's special course, consciouswealthsummit.com/Donna, DONNA. So all you need to do is go over there, and that course, it's just $67, isn't it, Donna?
That is correct. And so there's 7 modules of training, so they're just really short, quick videos that I've gone through and done, just to help you, navigate your way around the G+ page, how to link everything together, how to set up a Hangout, how to do the actual event in Hangouts. Then we'll go in and we'll have a look at the whole dashboard here and feel comfortable with it. And, hopefully it's just going to dispel all of your questions that you've got. So there's going to be, about an hour and a half to 2 hours of training, depending upon how much chatting I do there. I will be, once you go through and you buy on Monday, after the weekend, I'll actually set out the links so that people can come in and join the live Hangout, but there'll be other training and information in there for them. So it's the latest information that's out there, and, there's no excuses to actually get kick-started and start using Hangouts really at the end of it.
Yeah, I think people tend to get a bit daunted and afraid that they're going to break it, or they're going to do something wrong, or they're going to look a bit silly. And do you remember several months ago, Janet Beckers? She's huge on the internet. She's got a massive internet business, and she hadn't quite got her head around Hangout, so she got on Facebook and said, would somebody come on a Hangout with me so I can test this out? And we spent 2 hours just on the Hangout with her while she played with it and she mucked around, and this was live, so people were watching, and she was doing all sorts of crazy things. That's why she is where she is. It didn't hurt her profile at all. She was simply trying out a new technology that she knew would be good for her business and her database. So, but I think to be able to have somebody to guide you through it and show you everything, show you how it works, show you how you can effortlessly put a Hangout together, it just gives you that sense of confidence. And I think that's what everybody wants, is that sense of confidence to be able to just do it. And you know what? You've just got to do it at the end of the day. It becomes really easy. Once you've done it twice, it's like, what was I worried about?
Look, I won't mention, but a friend of mine was doing a Hangout recently and was sharing the wrong links. And I mean, I could see the stress in the situation. I thought, thank God it's not me. That's why you just go through and you play and you go, okay, this is comfortable. Don't, for your very first one, invite 50,000 people, because you're setting yourself up to have a little bit of a fall over. You're better off running them, having fun, playing with them. Get in here, put these little masks and things on and look crazy and enjoy it. And then you really get the opportunity to experience it. And then you go through and you do the promotion, or you do your quick videos or whatever, and you'll feel incredibly comfortable with doing it. And, I just go, thank you, Google. Thank you for giving us a tool that's free that enables us to quickly and simply create videos.
Oh, look, I think if anybody's dubious about us living in an abundant universe, or on an abundant planet, gosh, the amount of technology that is available to us that is totally free for us. Yes, there are paid ways that we can use it, But, you know, there are no excuses for not putting yourself out there anymore, because there are these kind of technologies that make it really simple. I wouldn't say necessarily easy, because there are different things you need to get your head around, but it's simple. And once you do get your head around it, man, the sky's the limit with what you can create and how you can market yourself and build your relationship with your audience. And that is the most important thing. That this is the reason I love this technology, is because it's so easy to build a relationship with your audience using these kind of technologies.
Absolutely. There's no excuse. There's no excuse to say, hey, I can't do it. I mean, I've got my trusty mobile phone here, which I love, love, love. But for me to go through and do a video on this, I'd have to go through, create it, then I could upload it to YouTube, etc. But normally, you know, I might video it, then I've got to edit it, make sure everything's right, and it just takes a long time. This takes all of that hard work out, and you know, as I said, you can just share your screen, although we did have a bit of excitement today. Look, that just shows you how real it is, that Windows 8 and I are not having a great moment.
Oh yeah, but you know, that's sometimes that kind of thing happens, and there was nothing wrong with that. We just said, well, wait a minute, that's not working. We need to do it another way. Big deal.
Yeah, yeah. But that's what I really want to explain, Margarita, to people, that you don't have to panic about this thing. It's like, it's okay. And I think that's always been the biggest thing, is for a lot of us, we felt that we had to be 100% professional in everything here. You couldn't have a little hiccup. Oh my God, what would the world think? That's not what it's like with technology like this. It's just making us very open for everybody to see us and know that we're real, and know what we're doing is fantastic, and we're really enjoying it on the journey.
Well, actually, I'm going to have to hang up now, because as you can hear, the excitement has just exploded in our house. Talk about raw and real. You had one dog barking. I've got three, and my husband's now going to drive into the garage. So, thank you so much, Donna, for sharing all your wisdom with us today. It has been awesome. And don't forget, people, if you want to take advantage of Donna's wisdom, then go to that site, consciouswealthsummit.com/Donna. I'm going to have to shout now. Yeah, it's been lovely having you, Donna. Thank you so much. I'll talk to you very, very soon. Thank you for being on the interview live, people, and for those who are watching the recording. And I hope you've enjoyed all of the summit, and keep enjoying the recordings that are going to come your way. So thank you, Donna. See you later.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.